morning from the Buff Bistro and welcome back. I'm Elizabeth and I've got a travel recipe hack for you. So this morning my husband is leaving for a business trip and he's driving. So we picked up this handy dandy cooler right here and it goes in the back of our Land Rover. It stays out of the way. It fits perfectly in the backpack of the car. It just gives us something to pack in so we can just take it all into the hotel room or back out, however he wants to do it. When he's traveling and when you're traveling, you know you like to eat and you eat mindlessly. And if you don't have a plan to eat healthy options, you're going to stop at the gas station and you're going to pick up that Snickers or you're going to pick up that Butterfinger and the pop. But if you can plan ahead, you'll do well. So what I have here, I have pre-cut celery because it's easier for him to not have to cut it and it's what he picked. So pre-cut celery, cherubs, little cherry tomatoes, they work great. Easy to pop in your mouth. They have hardly any carbs. You can eat a whole package and not feel guilty. And it's the same, think about it like a peanut M&M or a cherry tomato. It may not be quite as sweet, but it still tastes great. And then I also took some chicken and I measured it out. That's super important, is to have some sort of food scale. So I've measured out 2 4-ounce portions so he knows how much he's eating, because you can go all day long and not realize that you've eaten way more than you think you have because you haven't bothered to weigh things. Because really, when you think of like the size of a deck of cards is the size of your serving, you're really looking at not as much as you think. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to chop up his chicken into little bite-sized pieces. That way he can just kind of snack them as he drives. I put some jerky seasoning on here. If you watch later this week, I'll show you my jerky recipe and show you how a great way to make jerky super easy and way cheaper than buying it at the store. And fewer carbs because my jerky seasoning doesn't have as much sugar as most. So just chop it up nice and small so it's bite-sized while he's driving. And he can keep his little container of chicken right next to him in the car and he can snack and not feel guilty. Another thing I did is I took, he prefers the salads that come in the bag because the lettuce stays a little more fresh. So I went ahead and I took one of the larger salads in a bag and I portioned it out into individual meals. And so I added only a tablespoon of dressing and a little bit of Parmesan cheese. Way better for you if you go ahead and measure everything. And just give it a shake and it can go right into your cooler. So I'm going to continue to cut this chicken up. And let's see, I've got him a dozen boiled eggs. Probably won't eat a dozen boiled eggs while he's gone, but that gives him an option. Because if you don't have those healthy options, like I said, you're just going to fail. Another thing is when he gets into his business meetings, you sit down and it never fails. Someone in these business meetings brings a bag of peanut M&Ms or brings a bag of gummy bears, and it just kind of goes in a circle all the way around the room. And when it comes to you, if you didn't think ahead and bring a healthy option, you're going to eat the M&Ms. I would eat the M&Ms, but if you're trying to watch what you're eating, it's not going to do you any good if you don't think ahead just enough to bring something along. So the same thing, I've made some jerky, I've packaged it up for him. He can take in a boiled egg. You may not be the most favorite person in the room if you're peeling a boiled egg at the table, but that's okay. By the end of the month, you'll be the fit person in the room, and that's what really matters. So he can take his chicken breast in, he can take his, you saw earlier in the week I made waffles. These are those high protein, super low carb waffles. They're easy to snack on. And I'm just going to take everything that I've cut up here and go ahead and put it right into the cooler. And then he'll be ready to go. So just remember, think ahead just a little bit. It doesn't take a whole lot. Just think about what you would normally eat when you were at home. If your hotel has a refrigerator, super awesome. You may not need to bring the cooler inside, but if it doesn't, then you're going to want your cooler. It's not a Yeti 110. It's not an expensive cooler. It's just enough to keep things nice and cold while he drives without having to worry. So here you have it. Oh, and I also packed up chicken breast. Now you have to be careful when you're shopping for chicken breast. I know it's high in celery. I know it's high in sodium, but you got to watch out because not all chicken breast, sliced chicken breast, is the same. If you don't look at your back of your label, some of these are going to have 6 and 8 grams of carbs per serving, which is really only 2 to 4 slices. So you have to look. The oven roasted ones, they can't be honey roasted. They're usually not mesquite roasted. All of those have a lot of carbs, so you just really need to pay attention to all of your labels. That way when you are wanting to snack, you can have healthy snack options and not the junk that everybody else is going to pass around. So remember, this is your tip. Plan ahead for drives. You know you want to snack in the car. If you know you like sweet drinks, make a sugar-free drink of some sort, or pack a huge thing of water and plan on finishing it before you get where you're going, and have the snacks that will make you not feel guilty when you get there. So there you have it. Tips for traveling. Pack up everything. I've got his protein. I gave him his whole tub. Don't forget your shaker bottle or you'll be scraping stuff off all week. Boiled eggs. It's so easy. You boil them, put them right back in. Here's a tip. Make sure you put a B on the boiled ones, otherwise it could be a mess. And just pack everything up and toss it in the back of your car and you're good to go. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe below. And if you have any questions, let me know. I'd be happy to answer recipe questions. If you have questions about your macros, if you're getting enough carbs, want to get more protein, things like that, tell me your favorite food and maybe I can find a way to hack it for you. That way you can have a better recipe to make a healthier you. Have a great day.
I think our speakers are blown.